They were very unfortunate to lose their encounter last week against Armagh by just a single point, particularly after leading the majority of the game. Another twist to this afternoon's encounter, of course, is the fact that the two men in charge of Cavan, Jerry Mohan and Barry Grimes, were the men in charge of Tyrone for the previous 5 years, and of course it was they who steered Tyrone to an All-Ireland Intermediate final victory in 2018. So Jerry and Barry will definitely know the Tyrone girls inside out. In saying that, there was a distinct freshness to the Tyrone performance last week under their new management team headed up by Cavan McChrystal, and that is borne out by their selection of 14 of the 15 girls that started last week's game. The one change sees Kerry McGarvey make her Tyrone debut at centre half forward in place of the injured Nicola Rafferty. So the Tyrone team will line out as follows. Katie Byrne, who made her debut, a very assured debut last week, from the Ahi Iron Club, will line out in goals. And the full back line is made up of Emma McGrew from Kaleeshall, Tori McLaughlin from Strabane Sigerson, the captain of the team, and Megan Kerr from the Trillick Club. Half back line sees Emma Brennan from Trillick, Caitlin Kelly from Kappa, and Dervla Goller, another Trillick girl, completing the defensive unit for the Red Hand County. Middle of the field sees Evie McHugh, who was excellent last week, scoring 1-1, and she'll be partnered by Airua player Emma Jane Gervin. The half-forward line then sees Niamh McGurr from St McCartn's, the county champions, play at 10. Coming in then wearing number 25 in place of Nicola Rafferty is Kerry McGarvey, and Niamh Hughes will play at number 12. Full forward line then is Niamh O'Neill from Sperrinogue, scored 6 points last week against Armagh. Chloe McCaffrey, who hit 2-2, plays at 14, and Roisin Devlin, who made her debut last week as well, completes the full forward line, wearing number 15. As for Cavan, well, Jerry Mohan has made 2 changes to his starting lineup from last week as he names the following Cavan team. In goals is the experienced Killygarry girl Elaine Walsh. Full back line then of Rachel Doonan, Muireann Smith and Shauna Lynch. And the half back line then is Sinead Green, who scored 1-1 from half back last week in a very impressive performance, and she's partnered by Laura Fitzpatrick, the captain of the team, wearing the 6, and replacing Zara Fay. And coming in is one of the 3 Sheridan sisters, the oldest of the 3 sisters. That's Mona Sheridan, who will wear number 22. Middle of the field sees Catherine Dolan wear 8 and Nessa Bird wear 9. The half forward line, well, we'll pause for the anthem and we will come back to the finish of the Cavan team in a moment. That's 14-year-old Naomi Hannigan with, singing the national anthem there. And the Cavan team, as I was saying, the forward division is made up of Ciara Finnegan wearing number 10, number 11 is Laura McVitie, and wearing number 25 coming in for Avian Kiernan is Niamh Keenahan wearing 25, as I say. Then the 2 Sheridan sisters, Geraldine wears 13 and Aisling wears 14. And at 15 then is Aisling Gilsenan, and that completes the Cavan lineup. Our officials for this afternoon is Declan Carlin from Armagh, and our linespersons are Donna Hagan from the Kildress Club and Tracy Brennan from Airua. And it's a wonderful day here. The weather is absolutely terrific, and what a brilliant sight to see supporters back in at grounds here at games in the north, as 500 people are allowed into the ground today, and they will be enjoying this spectacle between Tyrone and Cavan, a much awaited spectacle, and that there's great anticipation for this game. Cavan, after that fantastic victory last week against Monaghan, as the game gets underway there with Declan Carlin throwing in the ball, and immediately Tyrone win possession, and it's Emma Jane Gervin lays it off to McGarvey there. McGarvey back inside, it goes to Derva Gallagher. Gallagher, good ball inside to the midfielder Avi McHugh. The ball goes to ground but rescued by the Tyrone girls, and coming forward with it again there is Niamh O'Neill. O'Neill was brilliant last week, scoring 6 points, gives it inside there to Niamh McGurr from the St. McCartan's Club. McGurr forced to go back out. Chloe McCaffrey scored 2-2 last week. Still McCaffrey striding forward. Good ball inside. Cavan with plenty of players back as Emma Jane Gervin gets her shot away, and it's gone to the right hand side and gone wide. First wide of the game for the Tyrone ladies. It's interesting that Cavan got so many players behind the ball and they clogged up the centre, but the referee has pulled the ball back. He said that there was a tug on one of the jerseys of the Tyrone girls, and the advantage didn't accrue, so the opportunity comes to Chloe McCaffrey, and well, this free will remind her of one that she had at the death last week against Armagh to level the game, and unfortunately for her and Tyrone, it went to the right and wide. On this occasion she looks far more assured, kicks it, and I think the umpires like the look of that one. They certainly do, and Chloe McCaffrey has banished any demons from last week by popping that one over the bar for the first score of the game. An important kick for her and also for the Tyrone girls. It puts them into a 1 point lead. We played 1 minute and 39 seconds here in O'Neill's Healy Park as Cavan now come forward in the shape of Rachel Doonan. Doonan threads the ball forward with good defensive play there by Tori McLaughlin. Gets her hand in, and Emma Jane Gervin picks up the scraps and does well. Gets it back to her captain McLaughlin, and McLaughlin lays it off one more time to Roisin Devlin, the very industrious Roisin Devlin from the Castlederg Club. Solos the ball, needs support again. Cavan, it's interesting the way they've just put 5-6 players through the centre. There's nobody coming through the centre of this Cavan defence. They'll have to come through the wide channels as Chloe McCaffrey picks up the ball again. The point score a moment ago, that looked like a tug on the jersey again. The referee says that there's no advantage accruing, and he awards the free to the Tyrone girls, and McCaffrey looks certainly on form today. She's had a sparkling start so far. She's kicked a point, she's won a free. Niamh O'Neill will come over to kick this one left footed. O'Neill, excellent last week, as I say, kicks that one left footed and kicks it over the bar. She has picked up where she left off last week. That's an excellent score by Niamh O'Neill. So 2 frees from the Cavan girls, or from the Tyrone girls, means that after less than 3 minutes of this game, Tyrone lead 2 points to no score. Blistering sunshine, beautiful conditions out there. The breeze favouring the Cavan girls in this opening half. But as I say, wonderful conditions here in O'Neill Healy Park as the ball goes over the top there, and the ball won there by Aisling Sheridan. What a brilliant player Aisling Sheridan is, coming inside, still in possession of the ball. Sheridan kicks it right footed, gets a shot away. That looks good from Sheridan. That's a wonderful score from Aisling Sheridan. What a fantastic player she is. She's a fitness instructor, but of course she plays an awful lot of football over there in Australia, Aussie rules football, as the ball is kicked out there. Can't take your eyes of this one in the opening couple of minutes. We've had 3 scores already, but the point I was making about Aisling Sheridan, she is plays Aussie rules. She's contracted there with Collingwood. She's only home a couple of weeks, so adjusting to Gaelic football as opposed to Aussie rules football, but she showed her undoubted talents there with that wonderful score to leave it 2 points to 1 after 4 minutes played here in O'Neill's Healy Park. As Tyrone pick up the ball with Caitlin Kelly. Kelly striding forward, wonderful game against Armagh last week, kicks the ball forward, route 1 down through the middle, but Cavan have plenty of numbers back there. Tyrone battling for it, doing particularly well. Winning the ball there is Niamh O'Neill, but again Cavan have so many players back in that defensive area. Picked up there by Mona Sheridan, one of the 3 Sheridan sisters on the Cavan side, and Cavan win the free, and the ball is eventually played out there to the aforementioned Mona Sheridan. Sheridan gives it in to Ciara Finnegan. Finnegan looks up, bounces the ball midfield sector of the pitch, and then decides to deliver it long. Good ball into space. Again, terrific battle for it out here below us, and the ball is won there by Geraldine Sheridan. Sheridan picks it up, gives it inside there to her sister Aisling Sheridan. Aisling coming forward, she's kicked a point so far. This one I think is tailing to the right hand side. Yes, indeed it is. Gone to the right hand side and gone wide. So a blistering start here, plenty of action. We've played 5 minutes of the game, and it is 2 points to 1 in favour of the home team. Ball fed out over there from the goalkeeper Katie Byrne into the hands of Megan Kerr, and Tyrone start to build again from the back. The ball in the hands of Emma Brennan. Of course, her brother played here last night for the Tyrone senior team. That's Rory Brennan, and her other brother Lee on the substitutes bench for the Tyrone men's team as well, as Tyrone build again. This is excellent play by Avie McHugh. Inside again, it goes back over this near side to Niamh Hughes. Hughes back inside to Kelly. She's been held up, or it's McHugh, I should say. McHugh gets her shot away, but Elaine Walsh, the experienced Cavan goalkeeper from the Killygarry club, handles that one particularly well and comes out with it strong, gives it to her captain Laura Fitzpatrick from the St Finbarrs club, gives it forward one more time, going through the hands. This is excellent play. The ball now in the hands of Catherine Dolan. Dolan striding through the heart of the Tyrone defence, lays it off. An opportunity for Sheridan. Sheridan gets her shot away, but it's gone to the left hand side and gone wide. And Aisling Sheridan will be disappointed with that, because that was a good opportunity for her to level matters here in O'Neill's Healy Park. But that one went to the left hand side and went wide. 2 wides for Cavan, both of them from Sheridan. She's already got a point, so she's certainly been involved in all the action as the kick out is taken. It goes into the hands of Emma Mulgrew and eventually comes out here below us. The ball threaded forward. Good battle for it down there below us, and well won on that occasion by Niamh McGurr. McGurr gets up to her feet quickly, gets it, or it was won by Niamh Hughes, I should say. All these Niamhs are confusing me. Well, Niamh Hughes still in possession. Still Hughes going. Did she take it too long? She gets her shot away. I think the goalkeeper may have got a touch on that, but the referee agrees that Niamh Hughes carried that ball too far. He's penalised the Arua girl, and the free will go the way of the Cavan girls. And really, it's all action here. Both teams playing this game at a terrific pace despite the warm conditions. Whether it slows down or not as we go through the game, time will tell. Ball picked up on that occasion by Geraldine Sheridan. Good, strong, purposeful play by Geraldine Sheridan. But again, gets her shot away, and it goes to the right hand side and goes wide. She's disappointed again. That was a good enough opportunity for Geraldine Sheridan, but it goes to the right hand side and goes wide. So still 2 points to 1 in favour of Tyrone. But Cavan have kicked 3 wides in this opening half. They're playing with the favour of the breeze. Kick out, not a great one on that occasion by Kitty Byrne. Goes straight in the hands of Ciara Finnegan. Ball threaded through inside. There's an opportunity for Cavan. In on goal. So was she tripped, or did she fall over? I'm not quite sure what happened there. I don't think that there was a touch on her. I think she's picked up an injury. It looked as if her leg went from underneath her the way she jumped as she had possession. The referee is consulting with the 2 umpires. I don't believe that she was touched. No, she's picked up some sort of an injury as she was going through there on goal. Difficult one for the referee to analyse, but his umpires should be able to advise him, because, well, he's going to talk to Kitty Byrne here, and I don't think Kitty Byrne actually touched her at all. So this is a strange one. If the referee thinks that Kitty Byrne touched Sheridan, well then it's going to be a penalty, I would assume, and Kitty Byrne could be in the sin bin. The colour of the card is yellow by the looks of things. Yeah, so that's a yellow card, and really and truly I'd like to see that one back, but I honestly don't believe that Kitty Byrne touched Sheridan. I think Sheridan picked up some sort of an injury as she was going through, but Kitty Byrne is being yellow carded, so she's in the sin bin for the next 10 minutes. So Tyrone, I have no doubt, will want to make a substitute here, and will have to get on their substitute goalkeeper, who is Laura Kane from Galway. Meanwhile, the Cavan player continues to receive attention down below us. The referee has indicated that it will be a penalty kick, and it's Lauren McVitie who has the ball in her hand, and she will take the penalty kick from the Crosserlock club, sister of course of Dara McVitie, the wonderfully talented Dara McVitie, the Cavan senior footballer. And Now, what will Tyrone do in terms of a goalkeeper here? I think they're going to have to make a change, and Laura Kane will be getting readied. It was Aisling Gilsenan that was going through, and she was the girl that picked up the foul, we'll have to say now. But again, I would like to see that one back at some stage. But Gilsenan is okay. She's okay to start. So going off is Kerry McGarvey. And coming onto the field of play will be Laura Kane. So that Tyrone will be down to 14 players. Had to make the change to get Laura Kane onto the field as a substitute keeper. So all sorts of drama and action here, but more importantly, there's a penalty here for the Cavan girls, and this will be a big plus if they can rattle the back of the net with this. Lauren McVitie faces Laura Kane. Here comes McVitie, right-footed. Well, it wasn't the best penalty in the world, but there was enough pace on it to take it into the back of the net, and that's a big score for the Cavan girls. That will give them great confidence in this game. A goal from the penalty spot scored by Laura McVitie means that it's 1 goal and a point to 2 points. And we've played 11 minutes here, and we've had plenty of action and plenty of drama in these opening 11 minutes. Tyrone now down to 14 players for the next 10, with their goalkeeper off the field of play. Of course, Kerry McGarvey then left the field of play, and she's replaced by Laura Kane, as Tyrone give the ball away on this occasion, picked up by the captain of the Cavan side, that's Laura Fitzpatrick. And Cavan have possession, screaming for it out here. This side is Ciara Finnegan. Finnegan, being encouraged by the Cavan supporters down below us, gives the ball forward there. An opportunity for Catherine Dolan now. Dolan, an excellent player, good ball inside, looking again for Gilsenan. Gilsenan coming through. Gilsenan, the ball goes to ground. Does the referee believe that there was a foul there? I think he does. So Gilsenan starting to cause all sorts of trouble for this Tyrone defence. She's a pacey, accurate corner forward, and on that occasion she showed her pace again, and out came Laura Kane, and down to the ground she went, and the free will go the way. Also putting in the tackle there was Megan Kerr on her, so the free will go the way of the Cavan girls. An opportunity to increase their lead. To be kicked left-footed by the girl who took the penalty a moment ago. That's Laura McVitie. So Laura McVitie extends the Cavan lead, 1 goal and 2 points to 2 points. And Laura Kane being advised by the referee Declan Carlin from Armagh as to where she can go to take this kick out. Looks up, tries to thread a good ball out into, tries to place it into the hands of Caitlin Kelly, and does so. Kelly's fouled, and Kelly take the free. Ball out over the far side. Strong tackle again by Sheridan on that occasion, and the referee says too strong. So the free will go the way of Tyrone. Ball fed forward, looking for Chloe McCaffrey, but again the Cavan defence holding firm and turn over the ball, and they come again. The ball in the safe hands there of McVitie, lays it off again there, going through the centre is Catherine Dolan. Dolan still going, still Dolan going in. Opportunity for a goal, has to be a goal from the corner forward. Geraldine Sheridan, she blasts the ball into the back of the net, and what a brilliant 5 minutes or so this has been for the Cavan girls. They've hit 2 goals and a point in the space of those 5 minutes, and they are now in the ascendancy here in Omagh as they lead 2 goals and 2 points to 2 points. That goal coming from Sheridan. Laura Kane trying to get a hand on it, but to no avail. Into the back of the net it goes. So 14 minutes played, 2-2 to 2 points. And Cavan bolstered by that significant win over Monaghan last weekend. The first time that Cavan ladies have ever beat Monaghan in senior football. And they're playing with great confidence here after going 2 points down early on in this game. They've responded with all the scores since, and they've hit 2 goals and 2 points, and Tyrone need an immediate reply. But remember, they're down to 14 players. As coming forward there is Emma Jane Gervin trying to get the Tyrone girls moving again. Ball now in the hands of the full forward Chloe McCaffrey. McCaffrey, was she fouled? Referee says yeah, she was. So McCaffrey wins the free, and this should be an opportunity for McCaffrey herself to have a go at this one. Just inside the D, or does she leave it for Niamh O'Neill? I think she may well leave it for Niamh, who's kicked 1 point from a free to date. This dead straight in front of the goals. Inside the D, kicks it left footed, has the distance, has the accuracy, and has a point for Tyrone. Narrows the gap to 8-3 now, 5-point game. Our second point of the match. As Cavan take the kick out quickly over the far side of the field, breaking down the field, looking to add to their tally, particularly when they have the extra player on the field. Laura McVitie picks up the ball, does well, lays it off again to Nessa Bird. Bird coming forward with it. Good football this from Cavan. Through the hands it goes. Geraldine Sheridan gets her shot away, but Sheridan, in fact, the referee has indicated the water break, I think. Yeah, at this stage we've played 16 minutes in the opening half, and a water break would be very welcomed, I would suggest, by all players here, because it's a beautiful day, warm sunshine, and it's been a very fast and frantic opening 16 minutes here in Healy Park, where Tyrone raced into a 2-point lead through Chloe McCaffrey and Niamh O'Neill, but goals from the penalty spot from Laura McVitie and Geraldine Sheridan, and a couple of points from Aisling Sheridan and Laura McVitie, meant that Cavan led 2-2 to 2 points before that point from a free there from Niamh O'Neill leaves the scoreline 2-2 to 3 points at the first water break. Welcome back here now. The girls come back onto the field after a short 2-minute water break, with Cavan leading 2-2 to 3 points, and of course there's still a player up as Tyrone has been reduced to 14 men following the dismissal of their goalkeeper Katie Byrne, and Laura Kane came on to replace her, but Kerry McGarvey went off the field of play. Good kick out from Laura Kane to her captain Tori McLaughlin. McLaughlin looks for support, has it there from Niamh McGarr, calls for it, gets it back, but good tackle again, and Cavan hungry for the ball there. That looked like a free on the Tyrone girl, but the referee says no, he's going to throw the ball up and he's going to look for a little bit of attention for the Tyrone girl there. I think it may well be Roisin Devlin, is it? No, it's the cornerback, Emma Mulgrew, who's picked up a bit of a knock there after that challenge with Niamh Keenahan. So some attention for Emma Mulgrew. Cavan, of course, had a torrid year last year, badly hit by COVID. A lot of the girls didn't participate in football at all. 18 players indeed back into the squad this year that missed out last year, so really is like a new team, and well, they must have a lot of the best players in the county playing for them, because they are certainly a strong, purposeful outfit this year to date. An excellent victory over Monaghan, and now they're in control of this game against a Tyrone team that played very well against Armagh last week, and again the ball has been turned over, and Sinead Green picks up the scraps, gives it there to Catherine Dolan from the Lurgan club, gives it inside there to Laura McVitie dictating the play, gives it over there the far side of the field, picked up on this occasion by Gilson cutting inside again, still retains possession. Referee says she has been fouled, and the free will go the way of the Breffni girls. And Gilsonan will fancy this herself. To the left hand side. Well, she opts to go short, gives it to McVitie. Probably get the return ball. Does indeed, but well defended on that occasion. Oh, the referee says that there was a foul. So the free will go the way of the Cavan girls. And again, it'll be Gilsonan who will line up this kick. This time a much easier opportunity for the Mount Nugent Muncher Connacht girl. Lines it up. 20 metres out, kicks it right footed, kicks it assuredly, and kicks it over the bar. So another score for Cavan, and this time from Aisling Gilsonan, as Cavan extend their lead, 2 goals and 3 points to 3 points. 20 minutes played here. In the opening half, kick out taken, ball breaks favourably for Cavan again. Ball inside, will it be picked up? It will. Going through the middle now is Catherine Dolan. Dolan has a player over, tries to thread it through, but good defensive play on that occasion by Megan Kerr. Also battling for there is Dervla Gallagher as Cavan come again, still in possession, lay it back to try and create a little bit of space. 45 metres out from the goal. Tyrone with everybody bar 2 players behind the ball. The ball in the hands now of Sinead Green. Green flicks it out here to Geraldine Sheridan. Sheridan through the hands, it goes again. Opportunity on this occasion for Niamh Keenan, and Keenan's shot looks good. Keenan's shot is good, and over the bar it goes. And this has been a very, very dominant period for the Cavan girls. They're certainly taking advantage of having the extra player on the field of play. They have now brought their tally to 2 goals and 4 points to Tyrone's 3. That's a gap of 7 points. Ball fired in again. Opportunity for Sheridan. Will it be kept in play? No. It's gone out over the end line. 4th wide of the half. And the free will go the way, or the kick out will go the way of the Tyrone girls. And Laura Keane will take it. Getting ready to come back on. Over there is Kerry McGarvey as the ball is kicked out, but again dominating the kickouts, and there's another great opportunity for McVitie, and it goes, must be a goal. McVitie into the back of the net it goes, and Lord McVitie and these forwards from Cavan are really ripping through the heart of this Tyrone defence. That's 3 goals they've scored in the last 10 minutes, 2 of them from McVitie. They now lead 3 goals and 4 points to Tyrone's just 3 points. And this has been a sparkling period for the Cavan girls. They will be in dreamland with this score. They're certainly built on the performance last week against Monaghan. Jerry Moan and Barry Grimes will be delighted with how their team have started this game. And I would think that Kevin McChrystal and his backroom team will be shell-shocked by what has happened their side. They scored the opening 2 points of this game and looked good for those first 3 or 4 minutes, but since the sending off of Katie Byrne in the 8th minute, it has been all change and has been all Cavan. They have totally dominated as Kerry McGarvey comes back onto the field of play. Tyrone are now restored to 14-15 girls on the pitch. I may have said men earlier on, so apologies for that. 14 or 15 girls as Cavan continue to dominate, and coming forward with it is the fullback Murren Smith, and Cavan threaded through again. Coming out and winning the ball again is Geraldine Sheridan. Good play from Sheridan. Still going, purposeful play again. Can she finish? The answer is no on this occasion. It's gone to the right hand side and gone wide, but Tyrone really need to sort out their kickouts and try and get some sort of possession from their kickouts, because Cavan are pushing up and they're really, really dominating the Tyrone kickout, and they just can't get possession of the ball. And on this occasion, it's been kicked away again, and Cavan, it's just a repeat. They come again with Niamh Keenan. Keenan gives it forward there to Catherine Dolan. Dolan, an opportunity for Cavan again. Dolan still going, still Dolan. Tries to get a shot away, gets it back to McVitie, but the referee says that Dolan carried the ball too far, and it'll be a free out to the Tyrone girls. Taken quickly. Over there goes to Lauren Kane. Kane gives it back inside. But Cavan really pressing up on the Tyrone girls and leaving it really hard for them to try and get out at all. That's good, strong play there by Tyrone in the shape of Niamh Hughes. Took the ball out, but then the crossfield ball has been given away and it goes into the hands of Aisling Gilsenan, and she comes forward again for Cavan. Cavan players in loads of space and they've overlaps all over the place with Catherine Dolan. Dolan in on goal again. Surely not another goal. Great save on this occasion by Lauren Kane, the Galbally girl, in goals. And what a critical save that may well be, because if that had gone in, I would have said that it would probably, even at this early stage, have been game over, as Tyrone now come forward with Roisin Devlin. Devlin striding forward, 40 metres out, looks for support, has it there from Chloe McCaffrey. McCaffrey, the St. McCartan's girl, still McCaffrey, direct running through the centre, needs support, still McCaffrey, tries to thread a good ball in. Oh, brilliant ball by McCaffrey, in it goes. This should be a score from O'Neill. Brilliant goal from Niamh O'Neill. What a super goal, but what a ball from Chloe McCaffrey. Inside it went, and then it was squared across the field or the penalty area and into the back of the net, and from what looked a certain goal down one end, and a brilliant save by Laura Kane results in Tyrone attacking and registering a goal for themselves. And what a critical couple of 60 seconds of play that was, because Tyrone could have been in all sorts of trouble if that ball had gone into the back of the net. But Lauren Kane made an excellent save, and up the field Tyrone came. Ball eventually finished in the hands of Niamh O'Neill, and she powered the ball to the back of the net to reduce the gap to 3-4 to 1-3, as Cavan now come again. Opportunity, good play again. That looks like a tug on the jersey. This could well be another sin bin possibly for Emma Mulgrew. She pulled on the jersey, and the referee, well, don't think he's going to take any action. No, he's just noting, and it'll result in a free for Cavan, and Aisling Gilsenan will take it. She has a point to her name already, and that one came from a free in the 20th minute. We're now in the 27th minute. Gilsenan kicks it right footed, but she's not happy with that one. Off the boot it went. As soon as she kicked it, she knew, and that's Cavan's sixth wide in this opening half, a half that they really have dominated. But how critical will that goal be for Niamh O'Neill, which brings the tally back to 7 between the sides. Kick out again over the far side of the field. Not a good kick on this occasion by Laura Kane. Tried to find Niamh Hughes, but the ball went out over the sideline, and Cavan get possession of the football from the kick out with Catherine Dolan. Dolan to Nessa Bird. Bird over the field. It comes to the playmaker, Laura McVitie. That centre half role really suits her talents. Left footed student from the Crosserlock club. Good ball inside, and Ciara Finnegan does well, vice captain of the team. Finnegan cuts inside again. Still Finnegan, good defensive play on that occasion. Back it goes to Sheridan. Sheridan gets the shot away. Sheridan pops it over the bar. Another score for the Cavan girls, another score for Aisling Sheridan. That's her second of the game, and that stretches the Cavan lead out to 3-5 to 1-3, 14-6 as we approach half time. Just a couple of minutes left in this opening half, and here come the Cavan girls again. As I say, a very dominant half as Megan Kerr gets in a tackle there. Back it goes to McVitie. McVitie gives it back to Bird. Bird on the edge of the D, lays it off. Cavan always have girls in space looking for the ball. Now it's in the hands of Niamh Keenan. Keenan threads it down there. Good strong play by Nessa Bird. Gives it back to Keenan. She thought about the shot, then elected to come back out with a good defensive play on that occasion, but still Cavan managed to retain possession of the football. The ball in the hands of Ciara Finnegan. Finnegan through the hands it goes. Ball threaded inside, but the referee says illegally so, and the free will go the way of the Tyrone girls. A relieving free, I would suggest, and they will be keen to get to half time as Kerry McGarvey picks up the ball. Girl making her debut from the Bodoni club. Feeds it forward there, looking for Emma Jane Gervin. Gervin threads it inside there, looking for McGarvey. McGarvey, good ball over the far side of the field towards Niamh Hughes. Hughes coming forward with it. Hughes elects to give it off to the girl in space. That's Emma Brennan. Brennan back inside it goes. This is good football from Tyrone. Hughes has it. Hughes lays it off to O'Neill. O'Neill thought about the shot, gives it back to Brennan. Brennan lays it off again to Devlin. Devlin cutting inside. Tackles go in. Strong tackle on that occasion by Laura Fitzpatrick. Too strong, says the referee. And he penalises the Cavan captain, Fitzpatrick. And the free goes the way of the Tyrone girls and Niamh O'Neill. O'Neill has a goal and 2 points to her name already. One would expect a girl in such good form to pop this one over the bar. O'Neill gets the shot and the umpires like the look of that one, and Niamh O'Neill responds with a vital point for the Tyrone girls, brings her tally to 1 goal and 3 in the game. More important, brings it up to double scores here in Omagh. With 31 minutes played, 3-5 to 1-4. Of course, we had a 2-minute water break, which has to be added on. So 14-7 in the first half, played at a terrific pace in beautiful weather here. And of course, we have a crowd of a couple of hundred people in this afternoon enjoying this encounter as Laura Fitzpatrick picks up the ball. Cavan looking to finish the half on a high. They've been on a high for most of this half, but the free goes the way of the Tyrone girls, and Emma Jane Gervin lays it off there to Dervla Gollard. But again, Niamh O'Neill tried to pick it up, but resolute defending and strong defending, and coming out with it is the score of the point a few moments ago. That's Niamh Keenahan. Good ball into space, lots and lots of space for these dangerous Cavan forwards to operate in. And here's Ashton Sheridan on this occasion. Sheridan looks at the post. That's a wonderful effort by Ashton Sheridan. She got a point a few moments ago, but that's a really classy point from Ashton Sheridan, one of the darlings of Cavan football, of course. The girl who's contracted to play the Aussie rules football with Collingwood pops that one over the bar for her 3rd point of the game. An excellent score from Sheridan, but these Cavan girls are getting so much space in this Tyrone rearguard. It really is something that Kevin McChrystal and his backroom team will have to address at half time. And here they come again with Niamh Keenahan. Keenahan steadies down, looks at her opportunities, back to Sheridan it goes, over to Gilsenan. Gilsenan gets her shot away, goes to the right hand side and goes wide. 7th wide of the half. And is that the half time whistle? No. Referee allows play to continue. We've played 33 minutes of this opening half. Of course, there was the injury to Gilsenan, and there was the time that it took to get the substitute on for the sin bin as Sheridan comes again. Sheridan looks at the post. Is it another score for Ashton Sheridan? No. Cavan have been quite wasteful in the forward division. They've kicked 3-6 in the opening half, but when you look at the wides, they've kicked 8 wides in that opening half. And Ashton Sheridan, while she scored 3 points, she's also registered 3 wides. And really, Cavan are dominating the Tyrone kickouts significantly in this game. Ball inside again. Is this an opportunity of a goal? It comes back out to McVitie. The McVitie referee says that the ball was held too long inside, and he penalises the Cavan girl for overholding and awards the free out. And meanwhile, there's an injury to one of the Cavan girls, and that means that it will be a little break here for her to get some treatment. But no, referee says play can continue with Emma Mulgrew. And Cavan pressing up so high. When you look at the way Cavan have set up for the kickouts, that everybody up the field bar one player at that when that kick out was being taken. As Tyrone come forward now, looking for a score before half time with Niamh Hughes from the Arua club. Hughes played, of course, in that 2018 All-Ireland Intermediate victory. So too did Chloe McCaffrey. McCaffrey, strong and powerful run, and was she fouled? Referee says yes. And really that has been the route to Tyrone's success for scores in this half. It's the strong running of Chloe McCaffrey resulting in frees that have been kicked over the bar excellently by Niamh O'Neill, who has hit 1-3 in this half. This should be 1-4. She certainly kicks it high. Has she kicked it over the bar? She has. Niamh O'Neill with a score brings her tally to 1-4, and that from a free as well. So Tyrone have scored 1-5, which is 8 points, and Cavan, who have scored 3-6, that's 15. A 7-point game as the battle for the ball down below us, and the referee is coming over and talking to Chloe McCaffrey, and McCaffrey may well be in a little bit of bother here. The referee is having a word with the St. McCartan's girl. She came across her player, and well, there's a push there. It's looking like oh yes, it's another sin bin for the Tyrone girls, and well, it's going from bad to worse for Tyrone in this opening half, as one of their star performers, Chloe McCaffrey, picks up a yellow card, so she goes into the sin bin for 10 minutes, and Tyrone, I'm sure, can't see half time quick enough when they get into the dressing room to have a conversation and see can they resolve some of the many issues that they've had to deal with in this first half, as the referee, Declan Carlin from Armagh, calls for the ball. It's half time, and what an eventful half that has been. It's a half dominated by Cavan, and that is reflected on the scoreboard. They've scored 3 goals in that opening half, 2 of them coming from Laura McVitie and the other one from Geraldine Sheridan, and that gives them a tally of 3 goals and 6 points, whereas Tyrone have hit 1 goal and 5, the goal coming from Niamh O'Neill, and Niamh O'Neill has accounted for 1-4 of the tally of Tyrone's tally of 1-5. So a difficult half for Tyrone. They've had their keeper in the sin bin for 10 minutes, and now their star forward, Chloe McCaffrey, has picked up a yellow card, and she will be in the sin bin for 10 minutes of the second half. So wherever you are watching this game, I hope you're enjoying it here in the sunshine of Omagh. At half time, it's Tyrone who trail 1 goal and 5 points to Cavan's 3-6. Don't go too far away. We'll be back with second half commentary. Welcome back here to O'Neill's Healy Park, Omagh, where the sun has dipped in between the clouds and there's a significant breeze blowing downfield, which will be back in the Tyrone team in this second half. Waiting to hear if there's any changes on either side. Nothing that we can see imminently, but we will pick those up as we get into second half coverage. Big half for Tyrone here. Of course, they trail 15 points to 8. Cavan, a blistering first half. 3 goals and 6 points. And Lauren McVitie with 2 of those. And Geraldine Sheridan with the other one. As the referee gets the second half underway. And immediately Tyrone win possession of the football. And it's in the hands of Emma Jane Gervin. She gets it over to Emma Brennan. Brennan gives it forward to Niamh Hughes. Hughes coming through the middle, good play by Hughes, still going through the middle, weaving her way through a number of blue jerseys. Still, this is brilliant, back into McHugh. McHugh tries to get space, lays it back out to Gervin. Gervin needs support. Gervin gives it out one more time to O'Neill. Oh, that's an excellent effort by Niamh O'Neill. Wonderful score by Niamh O'Neill, and just the start that Tyrone would have talked about in the dressing room. The fact that they need to get the first score of the game and try and work their way back into this game. And that they've done, and it came through Niamh O'Neill. She's scored 1 goal and 5 points in this game to date, out of a goal and 6. So she really has been the score getter in chief for the Red Hand girls. And that score came after 40 seconds of this opening half as Cavan try to work the ball out of their rear guard, and they do so particularly well now in the hands of the wing half back Sinead Green. She scored a goal and a point last week, attacking from wing half back, goes to ground, referee allows play to continue. Ball on the ground again, bit of holding there I would suggest by Caitlin Kelly on McVitie. Yeah, referee agrees, and the free will go the way of the Cavan girls. That was a strong run through the middle and through the heart of the Tyrone defence, and eventually it was Caitlin Kelly who committed the foul on Lauren McVitie, and the free then will be taken by Aisling Gilsenan. And the Tyrone goalkeeper, of course, is back on the field of play now. That's Katie Byrne, back in place of Laura Kane, who was sin-binned in the first half, as the kick is taken there by Ciara Finnegan on this occasion. A change of free taker for the Cavan girls, but it doesn't affect the end result, which is a point for the Cavan team. 3-7. Plays 1-6 as Tyrone win possession. Down below us here, strong purposeful play again by Niamh Hughes. Hughes tearing down the right flank, still Hughes going. She has a girl inside screaming for the ball. Did she overcarry? No, the referee says she was fouled on that occasion, so that'll result in a free, which should suit Niamh O'Neill. O'Neill comes out to take the free. Niamh Hughes with the excellent run down the right hand side of the pitch. Strong running, resulting in the free. Another change on the Tyrone team by the looks of things. The lineswoman over there has the flag raised, so that means a substitute. I think it looks like Maeve Mallon who's came on the field of play. Trying to work out who's going off. I think it's Kerry McGarvey, is it? Yeah, Kerry McGarvey I think is probably the girl who's leaving the field of play. And Maeve Mallon, who came on last week against Armagh. O'Neill's shot goes in, comes back off the upright, back into play. Mallon came on last week and scored a point for Tyrone against Armagh. She's on the field of play early in the second half as Cavan worked the ball out again, but the ball given away. Now an opportunity for Leavy McHugh, but the referee says that there was a tug on the hand of the Cavan girl as she was playing the ball, and the free goes the way of the Breffni girls into the hands of Laura Fitzpatrick, captain of the team. Very experienced player, gives the ball forward. Ball now. Fitzpatrick went to ground there off the ball, but the play goes on down below us, close to the sideline. Niamh Hughes working hard again, does well, but Cavan putting in strong tackles. Free's awarded and is picked up there by Roisin Devlin. Devlin is fouled. Free again to Tyrone. Brennan gives it back to Devlin. Devlin inside, gathers possession in the hands of the captain, the Strabane Sigerson's girl, Tori McLaughlin. McLaughlin's pushed to the ground. Free again for Tyrone. Cavan working extremely hard, not allowing Tyrone to get into any sort of a pattern, not allowing them to build any sort of cohesion coming out of defence, putting on the tackles really early, pressing high up the pitch, forcing turnovers or conceding frees. But Niamh Hughes is full of running at the start of this second half. Here she goes again, needs support, ran into trouble, but Tyrone managed to pick up the ball with Evie McHugh. McHugh going through the centre again, and just going through the centre is not working for Tyrone, because Cavan are bottling up that whole area, clogging it up, nobody getting through, and now they are counter-attacking there in the shape of Geraldine Sheridan. Sheridan fists the ball out over the far side there to Gilsenan. Gilsenan coming forward, lays it back inside again to McVitie. McVitie gives it inside, looking for it back. This is excellent from Cavan. Can they finish with a score? McVitie gets the shot away. McVitie's shot looks good. McVitie's shot goes over the bar. What a brilliant player Lauren McVitie is for this Cavan team. That's another score for her. She had 2 goals in the first half, and now she has another point to her name as the ball is kicked out over there on the far side of the field. Tyrone managed to retain possession. The referee has said that there's a free to be awarded to the Tyrone girls. It was Niamh McGirr that was looking to get on with play. The referee calls her back. McGirr looking for somebody to give it to. Tori McLaughlin gives the option, but again McGirr not sure where to go with it, decides to kick it back towards Caitlin Kelly. Kelly, part of the squad of course in 2018, played a lot of our football as a forward, now transformed into centre half back on this Tyrone team, as McLaughlin comes forward for Tyrone, gives it forward there to Emma Brennan. Brennan driving forward, gets it to O'Neill. O'Neill twists and turns, good football from O'Neill again, direct running, but Cavan have plenty of girls back. O'Neill still going, excellent from O'Neill, brilliant from O'Neill, what a goal from Niamh O'Neill, what an afternoon she is having here in O'Neill's Healy Park. What a brilliant goal. She picked the ball up out on the right hand side, came through a number of defenders, left them in her wake, and glided past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Cavan defenders, and then powered the ball to the back of the net. Brilliant goal from Niamh O'Neill, and that is a significant score. That brings her personal tally today to 2 goals and 5 points, and we've played 7 minutes of the second half, so it's now 2-6, which is 12, to 3-8, which is 17. So 5 points between the sides. And what a brilliant goal as the sun shines brightly here in Healy Park. Ball fed forward again. Cavan in the shape of Sinead Green coming forward. Good ball inside. Tries to thread it through there to Niamh Keenan. Keenan back inside. It goes, an opportunity for the Cavan girls to respond immediately. As the midfielder Nessa Baird that was coming through the centre there, popped that one over the bar. Another good response from Cavan. They haven't been rattled by that. In fact, it was Sinead Green who was the girl who picked up that score, the wing half back who scored 1-1 last week, coming forward and winning that ball and popping it over the bar. 3-9 to 2-6 as Tyrone try to build again, but Cavan putting in the tackles, pressing very high up the field as Devlin wins it, gets it over to Emma Jane Gervin. Gervin back to McLaughlin. McLaughlin looks for support, has to go back the way, finds Caitlin Kelly. Kelly in the blistering sunshine here, gives it forward there to Dervla Gallagher. Gallagher lays it off again to McHugh. McHugh's first touch bad, but Gallagher will retrieve the situation, but going back there and hungry for the ball and gathering the ball is the Tyrone captain Laura Fitzpatrick, leading by example, and now the Breffni girls come again in the shape of Aisling Sheridan. Brilliant run by Sheridan. Sheridan still going, has a girl inside her. Brilliant ball inside. Surely a score. Surely a goal for Cavan. Yes, indeed it is. Another goal for the Cavan girls. And what a wonderful score. But all the hard work was undertaken by the full forward Aisling Sheridan, and it's Roisin O'Keefe who's on the field of play for the second half, who is the girl who taps the ball or kicks the ball into the back of the net. Another excellent goal by the Cavan girls. They're full of brilliant scores this afternoon. 4-9 brings their tally to 21 points to 12. So an immediate response to the goal that Niamh O'Neill got for Tyrone. 4-9 to 2-6. Played nearly 10 minutes of this second half. Plenty of goals, plenty of scores. We've had 6 goals and 15 points in this game so far, and we have another 20 minutes of it to enjoy. So wherever you are in the world watching this, whether you're from Tyrone or Cavan, we hope you're enjoying an excellent display by both sides, but in particular this Cavan team, young, vibrant, fresh, enthusiastic, under the guidance of Jerry Mohan and Barry Grimes, the men who guided Tyrone to that All-Ireland intermediate title back in 2018, are now in charge of the Cavan girls, and what a start they've had to their tenure in charge of the Breffni girls, as they've defeated Monaghan last week, and they're well on their way to defeating Tyrone this week, as Chloe McCaffrey, who's back on the field of play after her sin bin, comes forward. Chloe McCaffrey still going brilliant by McCaffrey. Can she finish? Cavan get in the tackles. Shot goes in. Well blocked on that occasion. McCaffrey battling for it, is adjudged to have handled the ball on the ground, but that just is an example of the hunger and the fight and the determination that's in the Cavan team. 4 of them got back to get round McCaffrey, and I think it was Murren Smith who cut out McCaffrey at the finish and retrieves the situation for the Breffni girls as they come forward again there in the shape of Rachel Doonan. Doonan lays the ball off, and Cavan come again, thread the ball forward. Sinead Green gives it forward there, picked up on this occasion by Geraldine Sheridan. Sheridan, good ball inside, excellent play again. On this occasion the ball was dropped, and going back and picking up and retrieving the situation for the Tyrone girls was Megan Kerr. Kerr gives it out to Tori McLaughlin. McLaughlin gives it forward, eventually comes into the hands of Avi McHugh. From side to side we're going here, excellent play again. McHugh gives it inside, but through the middle it goes again, and Cavan gets so many players in round there, but it comes to McHugh. McHugh gets a shot away, but it's gone to the left hand side and gone wide. That was an excellent chance for Avi McHugh. She got a goal here last weekend against Armagh, but on this occasion her shot did take a deflection as indicated by the umpires down there, so it will result in a 45, but it really is end-to-end stuff here in O'Neill's Healy Park, Omagh, in this very entertaining Lidl National Football League Division 2B round 2 of games. In fact, it's a free. The referee has awarded that there was no advantage accrued, so for McHugh going through. So Niamh O'Neill will take the kick, and you really probably don't have to ask, did Niamh O'Neill put that over, because the answer undoubtedly is yes, because she is really, really in sparkling form this afternoon. 2 goals and 6 points she has to her name, as out of the 2 goals and 7 that Tyrone have scored, O'Neill from the Sperno club has scored 2 goals and 6 of that tally, and it reduces the gap slightly to 8 points, 2-7 to 4-9, as Cavan pick up possession over on the far side. Ball turned over, but the referee says illegally so the free will go the way of the Cavan girls. 13 minutes played here in this second half. Cavan will certainly top the group if they win this game. Oh, that's a strong challenge there. And Cavan will play Armagh next week. Of course, Armagh playing Monaghan at the moment. Tyrone defeated last week by Armagh by a single point. And really, really unfortunate for them to lose that game. 3-11 to 3-10, a game that they led throughout until that Amy Mackin penalty late in the game turned the screw for the Armagh girls, as of course both these teams coming into this game missing significant players. Cavan, Aisling Doonan retired. Donna English, she has a back injury and unavailable, and Joanne Moore also retired. So 3 significant names in Cavan ladies football over the last number of years missing from the team today. But then of course Tyrone are missing Solana McCarroll, one of the top players in Tyrone ladies football, And of course, Niamh Woods, a girl who needs no introduction, the captain of the team over a number of years. Has Cavan come through an opportunity? Surely that's carried too far. Referee says yes, or is he awarding the free in? No, he's awarded the free out to Tyrone. As I was saying, Solana McCarroll, Niamh Woods and Ciara Munro all missing for the Tyrone girls. As coming forward with it again is Niamh Hughes, kicks it forward, but Cavan are back there in numbers, but that's brilliant by O'Neill, does well, but Cavan have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 girls back. The fitness levels of these Cavan girls is remarkable, up and down this field, covering off. When they're in possession of the ball, they're all attacking. When they're out of possession, they're working hard, they're closing up the channels, and they're working extremely hard, as McVitie is an example of that. Wins the ball, lays it off there to her fullback, Muireann Smith. Smith gives it to Aisling Sheridan. Sheridan roaming out the field is tackled by Tori McLaughlin. Illegally so, says the referee. And the free will go the way of Sheridan. And the Cavan girls, 3 Sheridan sisters on the field of play, Geraldine, Aisling and Mona. As Cavan come again in the shape of Catherine Dolan. Dolan gives it inside to Ciara Finnegan from the Crosserlock Club. Gives it back to Laura Fitzpatrick, the captain of the team. Ball threaded forward now into space. Well gathered on that occasion. Well, there's a foul there, is there? Yeah, referee indicates that there was a push in the back by Megan Kerr. And that means that Roisin O'Keefe was the girl who was fouled. O'Keefe takes the kick quickly, gets it back there to Mona Sheridan. Sheridan on from the start for Zara Fay. Gives it inside there to Ciara Finnegan. Finnegan has a point to her name in this game. Good ball inside. Well gathered on that occasion. Gets it back one more time. Finnegan gets the shot away. Referee playing advantage. If this doesn't go over, which it hasn't, it'll be brought back for a free. So the referee consistent in his use of the advantage rule. On that occasion, it was Geraldine Sheridan that picked up the knock, and it'll result in the free. Cavan, of course, in no rush to take this. They lead this game comfortably. 21 plays 13. Well, it should be 22 when this is kicked by Ciara Finnegan. She kicked a point from a free a few moments ago. This should be her second of the game. Kicks it right footed. The umpires consult. Umpires like the look of that one, and the ripple of applause down below us here indicates that the Cavan faithful that have travelled here to O'Neill's Healy Park are very happy with that score as well, as the referee calls for the water break in this second half. And the scoreboard is 4-10 excuse me, 4-10 to Cavan, 2-7 to Tyrone. So don't go too far away. We'll be back with you in a moment to bring you the final quarter of this game here in Healy Park. Welcome back here to O'Neill's Healy Park for the final quarter of this Division 2B National Football League, Lidl National Football League encounter between Cavan and Tyrone. Cavan leading 4-10 to 2-7. Meanwhile, over in the athletic grounds, Armagh and Monaghan, 43 minutes gone in that game, and it's 1-8 to Armagh and 2-4 to Monaghan. So just a point between the sides over there in Healy Park as Monaghan pop one over the bar. So the sides all level in Armagh. It's not level here. It's Cavan who are in the ascendancy. 4-10 to 2-7. A 9-point advantage, and Tyrone really need a couple of scores very quickly. They need goals. Ball fed in again. Niamh O'Neill does well, gathers possession, lays it off. O'Neill screaming for it, gives it back to Devlin, rushing Devlin. Still Devlin, needs support, has it there, and gives it back outside again. That was Maeve Mallon. Over it goes, an opportunity now for Niamh Hughes. Hughes leaves it on this occasion for Emma Brennan. Brennan back it goes to Hughes, but Cavan gets so many players behind the ball. Back it goes to Chloe McCartan, or Chloe McCaffrey I should say, and Chloe McCaffrey pops that one over the bar. So Chloe McCaffrey with her second point of the game brings it down to just 8 points between the sides. Cavan in no rush to take the kick out. Not a good kick on this occasion by Elaine Walsh, and Tyrone gather possession. Coming forward with it there is a substitute, Lucy McAlary. McAlary gives it back to Niamh O'Neill. The hand goes up to play the advantage. The hand has came down now, so not sure whether the referee will bring this back or not. As Tyrone tried to thread it through, an opportunity there for Evie McHugh, but she miscued it, and it goes to the left and goes wide. So I would have thought that maybe the referee should have, when he had his hand up, brought that one back for advantage, but on this occasion he allowed play to continue as the ball is kicked out. Cavan, good kick out again, win the ball, move it into space. That space is filled by Niamh Kinahan, well read on that occasion by Tori McLaughlin, and the captain of the team drives her side forward. Back inside it goes. Tyrone needing scores. Ball in the hands now of Niamh Hughes. Hughes, not a good ball, but eventually comes to Niamh O'Neill. O'Neill strong again, running through. Was she fouled? Referee says she was. Niamh O'Neill fouled. Niamh O'Neill, a sense of urgency about her play, gets back onto her feet very quickly. Wants to get this one over the bar and reduce the gap even further for Tyrone. Tyrone playing with the breeze, of course. Not this game not over by any means, as Niamh O'Neill pops that one over, brings her tally to 2 goals and 7. That's an incredible tally for the Sperrino girl, but reduces the gap to 7 points. The watch says that we have played 52 minutes in the game, so 8 minutes or so remaining. As Cavan win possession with Rachel Doonan. Ball threaded over this near side of the field to Mona Sheridan. Sheridan coming forward with it. Strong running again from Sheridan. Lays it off there to Ciara Finnegan. Finnegan, good ball in front of the full forward, and that is Roisin O'Keefe. Lays it back there to Sinead Green. Green coming forward. She got a point a moment ago. Flicks it inside. Not the best ball in the world, and intercepted well on that occasion there by Maeve Mallon. And Tyrone now have the opportunity to break over on the far side with Niamh McGirr. McGirr striding forward, has support alongside her. Lucy McAlary is providing that support, the girl from Moy, but Niamh McGirr still going strong. McGirr, strong running. Was there a tug on the jersey? Referee says there was. So Chloe McCaffrey will take the kick quickly. No, the referee wants it taken again. So an opportunity for Chloe McCaffrey to, well, if this one goes over, it brings it back even closer. It'll be 16 to 22, which will be a 6-point game, and still plenty of time left. So an opportunity for Chloe McCaffrey. She'll kick it right footed. 2 points to her name this afternoon. Kicks it and kicks it well, I believe. Oh no, it's gone wide. The umpires took a wee moment or two to have a conversation before they indicated that one had gone wide. So critical miss again for the Tyrone girls. The kick out will be taken by Elaine Walsh. Walsh does well, finds the hard working Mona Sheridan. There's an injury there to one of the Cavan girls from that kick out. It looks like a shoulder injury. It was Mona Sheridan who gathered the ball, and as she laid it off, she ran into Niamh O'Neill, and she certainly came out the worst of that challenge as Mona Sheridan. Niamh O'Neill also receiving some attention I should say. So both girls. Referee went in to consult with his umpires. Don't think he's seen anything untoward in that collision. But the break and play probably suits the Cavan girls best. 7 points between the sides. Time edging away here. Referee now going to speak to the lines person. Just checking his watch, I think. Sheridan still receiving some attention there. Next weekend, we'll see the final round robin games, as Tyrone will play Monaghan. Cavan will play the All-Ireland semi-finalists Armagh. Two exciting encounters next weekend. Of course, all these games being streamed. These Lidl Ladies National Football League games been streamed, as thankfully for the Cavan perspective, Mona Sheridan is fit to resume and Cavan with Shauna Lynch, Crosserlock girl, winning possession, still getting it back again. Lynch, a guard of course, based in Dublin, coming forward for the Cavan girls, still in possession, looking to add to their tally. Ball goes back inside there to Catherine Dolan, but Dolan is intercepted again by the very hard working Niamh McGurr, trying to resurrect this game for the Tyrone girls. Niamh Hughes and Niamh McGurr, both of them working extremely hard. Here comes Hughes again, strong running by Hughes, kicks it forward. Oh, the referee says she was charging with the ball, and the free will go the way of the Cavan ladies. Cavan, no rush to take this, slowing it down. Full back, Myrne Smith, new to senior football, just 19 years of age, gives it inside again. Good ball forward. Winning that one is Geraldine Sheridan. Sheridan cutting inside, still Sheridan, lays it back there to Roisin O'Keefe. O'Keefe gets her shot in, but this time it's gone to the left hand side and gone wide. Cavan much more efficient in this second half. They kicked 8 wides in the first half, but I think that's just their first wide of this second half. Of course, Tyrone or Cavan led 3-6 to 1-5 at half time. There was 7 points between the sides. Well, if my maths are right, there's still 7 points between the teams. So it's been a very even second half. But that critical phase of the game came in the period that Tyrone lost their goalkeeper, who was replaced, and then their centre half forward Kerry McGarvey had to go off the field of play, as Tyrone had to go down to 14 for 10 minutes. And during that 10-minute period, Cavan really were on song, and 3 goals from 2 from McVitie and 1 from Sheridan. There's a big difference as Chloe McCaffrey now comes forward, but look at the amount of Cavan girls there to contest and put in tackles. Good ball laid off to Hughes. Hughes gets her shot away, and she deserves that score, does Niamh Hughes. She has worked extremely hard as the Arua girl throughout this encounter, and she's rewarded with a point. So Tyrone have got the last 3 scores of this game, and we have now played 59 minutes, but of course we have that on 2 or 3 minutes for the water break, and the substitutions that have been made as Cavan make a substitute down below us. The captain Laura Fitzpatrick makes her way off, and Elaine Walsh kicks it long. Ball kicked out, but straight to the hands of Maeve Mallon, and Tyrone come again. Imagine if Tyrone could get a goal, there'd be some dramatic finish to this game, and they've an opportunity here. But what a save on that occasion. Was that touched on the ground? The referee says it wasn't, but it looked as if it was. But what a wonderful save again from Elaine Walsh. Excellent save, which has kept Tyrone at bay. There was a strong run and a good ball through the centre. Back McHugh laid it off there. It was Chloe McCaffrey that was going in and had that opportunity, but the goalkeeper done excellent. Elaine Walsh, 32 years of age, very, very experienced keeper, has played in between the posts for the last probably 10 or 12 years for Cavan, and she really, really proved her worth on that occasion with an excellent save. I was just saying, if Tyrone could get a goal, it would lead for a grandstand finish, but Cavan deservedly holding on to this 6-point lead. They've definitely been the stronger team throughout this game. Their work rate and their creativity and their defensive play and their fitness have all been on show throughout this 60 minutes of football. Jerry Mohan on to see how things are, and he will be very content with the performance of the Breffni girls this afternoon. This will be another very significant win for them in their progression in senior football as Tyrone win the ball, and Lucy McAlary, daughter of course of the selector Damien McAlary, gives it inside. Tyrone not going down without a fight as Nicola Donnelly's on the field of play, lays it off, but not a good ball. Good tackle on that occasion, but Cavan managed to retain possession with Shauna Lynch, and coming out strong with it and being fouled and winning the free is Ciara Finnegan for the Breffni girls. She's had an excellent second half as the Crosslock girl plays Camogie, of course, dual player. Gives it inside. Strong tackle again. Too strong, says the referee. Free will go the way of the Breffni girls. Playing down the last couple of minutes of this game. Tyrone really, really need possession of the ball, and they need a goal to try and give them a lifeline in this game. But Cavan determined not to give anything away. They fought hard for this 6-point lead, and they want to retain it as Ashton Sheridan comes forward again. Strong running from Sheridan. Sheridan's fouled. She'll take her free. Referee put the hand up, but Sheridan decided she would go back and take the free that was on offer. Of course, this Cavan team building on the back of a couple of very successful county minor teams over the last couple of years. Ball in the hands of Geraldine Sheridan. Sheridan gets a shot away, but again the referee has indicated that there will be advantage to be played, and the advantage did not accrue, so he will bring it back one more time and award the free to the Cavan girls. So we're in the dying embers of this game. We've played 63 minutes. Meanwhile, over in the athletic grounds, it's 111 to 2-8. That's 14-14. It's all level in the athletic grounds as we follow this kick from Ciara Finnegan. And what a second half this girl has had. She's been really, really impressive, has the Crosslock girl, and that should be the insurance point if there was one needed, because that puts 7 between the teams. 4-11 to 2-10. And Finnegan with her 3rd point of the game. Aside from her free taking, her work rate and her general play has been excellent. And again, Cavan hungry for possession, win the kick out, come forward again with Dolan. Dolan back to Finnegan. Can Finnegan finish with a flourish? On this occasion, goes to the right hand side and goes wide. She acknowledges that was a poor enough attempt, but she can be happy with her afternoon's work. As Cavan hold out and hold firm in these last few minutes, but again it's the hard working Niamh Hughes who gathers possession for Tyrone. She certainly left everything on the field of play, has the Arua girl. Ball fed forward looking for Niamh O'Neill, another girl who can be very pleased with her afternoon's work. Scored 2 goals in 7. Can she add to it? Here she comes. What a save. Brilliant save again by Elaine Walsh. Super save. I've seen her in the warm-up and she was very, very impressive, and she's brought that impressive play onto the field, and a couple of brilliant saves. The advantage was being played on that occasion. Referee brings it back, and I guess Tyrone will probably float this one into the square and maybe see what happens, or will they go for the point? Chloe McCaffrey lines it up. Looks like she's going for the posts. Kicks it, but doesn't kick it well at all. Goes desperately to the right hand side and goes wide. And so it's been a disappointing afternoon for Tyrone ladies. They were very unlucky here last week when they played Armagh. They put in an excellent performance, but today Cavan have just been too good for them in most facets of the game, and Cavan have deserved their victory. Referee looks at the watch. Surely there's just a matter of seconds left here, as the ball is in the safe hands of Zara Fay, who's come out of the field of play for Cavan. Young girl from Drummalane. She's fouled. The referee awards the free. Monaghan leading now by a couple of points in the athletic grounds, so that'll leave it for a very interesting encounter next weekend. Armagh will have been beat once, so too will Monaghan. Cavan will have 2 victories, and Tyrone will have had 2 defeats. And there goes the final whistle, and it's fitting that Cavan finish the game in possession of the football, because it has been a game that they have dominated for long periods. Tyrone started the game well and hit 2 early points through Chloe McCaffrey and Niamh O'Neill, but from the 3rd minute to the 23rd minute, Cavan hit 3 goals and 4 points to just 1 point from Niamh O'Neill for Tyrone, and there lay the difference between the sides. The foundation for the victory came in those 20 minutes when Tyrone were down to 14 players for 10 minutes of that period, when Laura O'Kane was, in my opinion, harshly sin-binned, but Cavan took full advantage and had 3-4 to just a point, and that lead they maintained throughout the second half, and they have won this game comfortably on a scoreline of Cavan 4-11, Tyrone 2-10, and Cavan will now play Armagh next weekend, knowing that they're in a very prominent position for progressing in this league, whereas Tyrone will face a Monaghan team, knowing that they will have to secure some form of victory to try and give them an opportunity to avoid the relegation out of the league. So from O'Neill's Healy Park in Omagh, it's been a very satisfactory return to Omagh for the former Tyrone management team of Jerry Mohan and Barry Grimes, because they have brought their new team Cavan to Omagh, and they have come away with a well-deserved victory on a final score of Tyrone 2-10, Cavan 4-11. We hope you've enjoyed this coverage, and until we meet again, slán go fóill.